hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back to Spirit's Divine Light. And today's video, we are going to do a Tree of Life reading, and it's going to be a collective energy reading. So it's a great reading because I've never used this deck. So congratulations, you are the first group to ever see this deck. This is the Green Witch's Oracle deck. And yeah, let's just cleanse these cards, obviously, because it is a new deck. I'm just trying to light the sage here, and we're having some complications. But yeah, also, just so you know, my Ko-Fi link is in the description box below, as always. But also, it is a link to my sale. I have 95% off until the end of September on all my readings, which is great because like that means they're really, really, really cheap and affordable. We're talking like under $1, I think, for some of them, if I remember correctly. Like ridiculously great prices. So yeah, if you're interested, you can get a reading for very, very cheap. And yeah, also you can use the code YT2025 at checkout if you don't use the copy and paste link, or if you use the link in my bio, if I don't change it, which I probably will, just so it's easier for everybody. Okay, so we are going to cleanse the cards and the energy in the space here. If the sage ever lights, it keeps going out. Also, please be reminded that if you hear any noise in the background, it's probably my AC. I'm sorry, it is hot out, and unfortunately, I do need the AC. So yeah. AC rules. All right. I think I got this good enough. Hopefully, we'll see. All right. Cleanse the cards and the energy and the space, please. Cleanse the cards and the energy and the space here. All right. Yeah. So the Tree of Life spread is an interesting one. I'll probably change the title of the video after we do the reading, but yeah, we're gonna test the spread out and see how it does. I've never done this spread, so bear with me as it's a new spread for me too. Okay, I think I finally got the sage lit. Maybe, I don't know what's wrong with the sage today. It just doesn't want to light or do anything. So this is an all signs reading. It is an all element reading. It is a collective energy reading. Please remember that this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, read the rest behind for somebody else to claim. All right. Cleanse the cards and the energy and the space. Cleanse the cards and the energy and the space. Cleanse the cards and the energy and the space, please. Okay, so this is my new lovely deck, and we are going to do the Tree of Life spread. It is a 6 card, and yeah, let's just see what the issue at hand is for the collective energy. So card 1 is going to be the root of the problem. So spirit guide, guardian angels, ancestors, I asked you to join me in this reading to help guide the collective energy, to see what the Green Witch's Oracle has to say for everybody. So number 1, the root. What is the cause or root of the problem, please? What is the root of the problem in the collective energy, please? What is the root of the problem in the collective energy, please? What is the root of the problem in the collective energy? Okay. All right. Next, we have the trunk, where the problem is. Okay, so where is the problem? Where is the problem for the collective energy, please? Okay. Then we have the heart of the problem. So what is the heart of the problem for the collective energy, please? And then next we have the where can you draw strength and seek solutions. Okay, so where can you draw strength and seek solutions for the collective energy, please? Okay, then we have the help will come from this area unasked. Okay, so where will the help come from the area unasked, please? Where will the help come from the area unasked? Where will the help come from the area unasked, please? Okay, and then finally we have the areas and ideas to be open to in order to advance through the problem. So, what is the areas and ideas to be open to in order to advance through the problem? Areas and ideas to be open to in order to advance through the problem. Areas and ideas to be open to in order to advance through the problem. Okay, so we have all the cards picked out here. So card number 1 is the root of the problem. So it is saying walking staff, support, encouragement. So a lot of people may be lacking support, encouragement from others around. Okay. That's kind of what I'm seeing for that. The next card is where the problem is. So planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So not only may some of you feel a lack of support, but you may not be able to like set intentions and have optimism because of the lack of support. So for instance, somebody could be constantly like trying to call you or like connect with you or something while you're busy trying to do some work. And that's kind of causing grief and anxiety for you. And even if you've talked to the person, for example, maybe they're just not understanding. And maybe they're being negative, like, oh, well, you won't do this anyways. But like, how can you do something if somebody doesn't stop calling you or interrupting you? And it's kind of like, especially if you have, like, for example, like autism or you're neurodivergent, somebody interrupting you constantly kind of makes you like have to reset. And it can be very frustrating. So that is something that I do see is possible for a lot of people. Okay. Then you have what is the heart of the problem? So B, community cooperation and sweetness. So what I'm seeing here is the heart of the problem is maybe some people like expect you to be able to like work through anything. And maybe you have a little bit of mental blockages in that because of like certain people around you or like the negativity you may be experiencing, right? If that makes sense to you. So where can you draw strength and seek solutions? That is the heart. So safety, comfort, and spiritual connection. So some of you may need to take some time out to like meditate and listen to like frequencies, maybe do some yoga, and really just kind of figure out a game plan. You may have to constantly, like, you may have to remind the people, but also remind yourself that you can achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Even if people are interrupting you, you may have to turn your phone on like do not disturb or something like that, okay? Or if you're in a house of like roommates or something, put a sign on your door that says like, I'm busy, leave me alone, if you get what I'm saying, okay? So next you have the help will come from this area unasked or unasked. Well, this one's in reverse, which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure all the cards were upright. So harvest, determination, hard work. So this is in reverse. So what this is telling me is, somebody, I can see those that were like constantly determined to like get a hold of you and bother you eventually are going to get the hint, is kind of what I'm seeing from this. And then finally with oak tree, areas and ideas to be open to in order to advance through the problem. Power, courage, and strength. So this is telling you to kind of like stand strong in your power, be assertive, you know, have that confirmation that, hey, I'm busy. This is what I need to do. And if people kind of give you attitude, you got to learn to just brush it off and move forward. And I know that can be really frustrating, especially if you have like mental health issues or whatever, which, like, let's face it, most of the world does now. The world's crazy. So I do see some of you needing to be a little bit more like assertive and have power and strength in your communication. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say besides that. This is a really interesting one. Hopefully this helps somebody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Oh, and just a reminder, I will have 3 podcast episodes by Thursday up. I've been having a really rough month, so at the very least 3. I will try to get an extra podcast up if I can. And yeah, thank you so much for your patience. Have a good one. Goodbye. Thank you, thank you, thank you.